Hey bookworms, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. I'm Sam and in today's video we're going to be doing my 5-star predictions. I wasn't going to do this video because I really struggled to predict what 5-star reads I'm going to have. All the books that I kind of thought were going to be 5 stars, so that I was going to love, didn't go that way. So I was like, I don't know, I really struggled to do this list, but I really wanted to think about it, get some books together, and I feel like I've got a good chunk of books here that I do think could possibly be 5 stars. I'm going to be so gutted if none of these are, then I'm just going to give up. I'm not. First book I'm going to start off with is one I'm pretty sure is going to be a 5-star because every other book by this author has been a 5-star, so if this one turns out not to be, I'm going to cry. And that is T.J. Klune's new book that comes out soon. I don't know when. I'll put it up here, and it's called Life of Puppets. I just really feel like this could be a 5-star. I mean, it has to be because all the other books have been. I read Under Its Window and House Sown in Sea, and they have both been 5 stars. And if this one's a 5-star, that makes T.J. Klune an official favourite author. Next up is another book that I don't own, and this is the sequel to the book Only a Monster. That book was a 5-star, one of my favourite books. So, I mean, it would only make sense if the sequel is a 5-star. I am nervous because sometimes sequels really let down the first book, but I really have faith that this one will be, and I can't wait to continue the series, especially how it left off. If you guys haven't read Only a Monster, what are you doing? First book I'm actually already reading, but I'm only 50 pages in, and I kind of predict that this could be a 5-star, and that is God Killer. I'm really enjoying this book. We're following a cat whose family are killed at the start of the book by a god after they are sacrificed, and she's the only survivor, so now she goes around and she kills gods and stuff like that. And we also have 2 other characters. We have a young girl who is got a god that's they're attached, so they're sort of bound together. If the 2 far apart, then they both feel pain. So obviously the God Killer cat killed this one because obviously the little girl's gonna get hurt. And we also follow this guy who's in a relationship with the king, and some stuff's happening. I don't want to say too much, but there's a lot of stuff happening, but I'm really enjoying reading from all 3 points of view, so I just kind of feel like this one could be a 5-star. Again, I'm super early into this book, so it could change, but yeah, fingers crossed. Next up is a book again by an author I've read from before, and again I gave that book 5 stars, and that author is the person who wrote How to... No, it's not. And that book is called In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and this is the 3rd book by this author called The Last Housewife, and I just feel like I've not read her 2nd book because I think that's a romance, which I might give it a try. But the other reason why I'm putting this on the list is because this was BookTuber's favourite book of 2022. It was in their top 10. So I just feel like this book's been getting a lot of love, and it's also a future video coming out where I read this for that video. So yeah, I guess we're going to find out soon with this one, but I really feel like this could be a 5-star. It's I don't know. Confident. I'm pretty confident this could be. Next up is a cute little romance I picked up randomly when I was in Waterstones, but I also kept seeing this book everywhere, and that is X's and O's. And I was going to do a video where I read a bunch of brand new books, but I just don't know I'm going to be able to do that one. But I do want to get to this one soon, and I could fit in one of my romance episodes, but then I said I wasn't going to include new books, so I don't know, you guys have to let me know in the comments if you think I should. But this one sounds super cute. It's second chance romance, and I do like second chance romance. The one that I remember that sticks in my head clearly was You Deserve Each Other. I freaking love that book so much. It's one of my favourite romance books, so I don't know. I feel like this one could. And also the cover's so cute. On the back we have a little balloon, heart-shaped balloon. How cute is that? I also don't think I've read from this author before, so yeah. Next up we have a book again that was on BookTuber's top 10 books of 2022. Again, picked this book up for the video that I'm going to be doing, and that is The Last House on Nida Street. I keep seeing this book everywhere, and I was just never picking it up until I started researching books that are on the top 10 of 2022. This one came up a few times, so I picked it up, and because of that reason, I'm predicting it's going to be a 5 stars because how many people loved it. This is a horror book about, I believe, a murderer or something. Yeah, it's called This is the Story of Ted, who lives with his young daughter Lauren and his cat Oliver in an ordinary house at the end of an ordinary street. All these things are true, and yet some of them are lies. An unspeakable secret binds the family together, and when a new neighbour moves in next door, the truth may destroy them all because there's something buried in the dark forest at the end of Nida Street, but it's not what you think. So I believe this is a horror, and I believe there's a character who's a murderer, a young girl who's she can never go outside again after what happened, and a cat that reads the Bible. I mean, excuse me, but I can't wait to actually see what this one's like, just because it's been spoken about for ever. Next up is a book that I've wanted for so long, about a year, and my partner got me, oh my god, this ain't my eye, and that is The Overnight Guest. But I've also seen a lot of positive reviews with this book. Like, I don't feel like I've seen much negativity. I mean, I've seen people giving it a 4-star, but I still feel like that's kind of hopeful that this could be a 5-star. It sounds brilliant. It's set in like this old like farmhouse. I believe like she's gone there to write, and in this farmhouse there was like this murder that happened or something, and one day like she opens the door and there's this like little girl outside, so she brings her inside, and then all this creepy stuff's supposed to happen, and I love it when creepy stuff happens. Like paranormal. It might not be paranormal, but it could be, and that just makes me excited. Next up is another book that I wanted for so long, and this book, nothing but good reviews. I mean, nothing but good reviews. Every single person who's read this book gave it 5 stars pretty much. I've wanted this book for a while, but I didn't want the ugly cover, but I didn't want to pay out for the nice cover, and then my partner got me it again, like for Christmas, so yay. And that's Local Woman Missing. I feel like this has to be a 5-star. I've waited so long for this book, but because of the amount of hype around it and how many people loved it, I'm expecting it to be 5 stars. Like, I actually feel like this could be. I mean, it's got to be. I do not know much about this book. I think it's about this woman who goes missing and she shows up or something, or maybe she was missing and then something else happens and another thing goes missing. I don't know. I just know that this book was left and I'm going to read it. Then we have another book here. The premise of it sounds absolutely amazing and I was so excited for it, but the ugly cover put me off on buying it, because originally the cover on Amazon was like the nice cover, and then when I went to buy it, it was the ugly cover, and I'll show you what I mean by ugly cover. Ew. Like, what the actual F is this? Like, who thinks putting that on a cover is good? Like, I'm sorry, you should be fired. Okay, maybe that's a little harsh, but you should, I don't know, evaluate what's going on in your life. Look at the American cover and think, oh, yeah, do the same. Like, it's not, it angers me. But this book sounds so good. We follow a character who is going home to her apartment, but someone else opens the door and they claim to live there, and she's really confused because they're like, no, you don't live here, we live here. And then she has this knife or something, like bloody, but then also written all over her hands or arms or something is something that says like stay awake. So she's sort of like on the run for a murder that she doesn't remember committing. I mean, this sounds like the perfect thriller. It had a murder she doesn't remember committing, or a killer she doesn't remember meeting. This sounds so good. Like, despite the cover, I really think this one is going to be up there, like one of my favourites. I really hope I'm not going to be disappointed with that one. I've been putting off reading it though because the cover's so ugly. Let's move on. Next book is Romanova, whose first book, her debut novel, was A Flicker in the Dark, and that was a 5-star for me. It was so good. She wrote a new book a couple of days ago. I'm filming this on the 6th. I think this book came out literally like 3 days ago, and that is All the Dangerous Things. This is the second book by this author, and I really enjoyed her writing style, and I feel like she's only going to improve as she goes on. So this one I definitely feel like is going to be a 5 stars. I don't actually know what this is about though, so let's find out. I like how I predict it's going to be 5 stars without even knowing. So today is 364. 364 days since my last night of sleep. 364 days since my son, Mason, was taken from his bed. The police have stopped looking, sorry, that's so weird. My husband wants me to move on, but I need to keep his story alive. Someone knows what's happening to my son, and I'm going to find them. That sounds so good, like now I want to read it. That sounds really good, honestly. Like, now I'm confident with my pick for this one because like, I want to read this so badly, but I can't. Okay, last book on this list is a book very much out of my comfort zone. This again was on a lot of people's top 10 books of 2022. This book has been talked about so much, it's insane. And I wasn't gonna get it because I was like, this doesn't sound like my thing, like, you know. But then I looked at the aesthetics, and those aesthetics were like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And that is Our Wives Under the Sea. This is a pretty short book, as you can see. And I believe we're following like this character who's come back from sea, like that's where she works, and something horrific's happened, so she's not the same. And her wife is trying to get through to her and trying to, like, you know, find the old person that she used to love, but that person's not there anymore. And I think we like split between both timelines, like in the present to what happened at sea. And I find the ocean to be such a creepy thing. Like, we don't know what's out there, you know, so it's kind of scary, and I feel like most people are a little bit creeped out by the ocean because we don't know what's there, you know. Something is down there that we don't know about. I mean, has the ocean ever really fully been explored? No. So we don't know. There could be like a merman down there, a megalodon. Oh no, we don't know. I kind of feel like Megalodon could still exist, you know? I think this is like horror. I could be wrong. I don't know what genre this is. I tried to look it up and I was like, hello, but it won't tell me. But all I know is this book has been praised, and I honestly feel like this could be the book that shocks me the most and be a 5-star. So yeah, that's the last book on this list. I feel like I've got a good chunk of 5-star predictions. Hopefully they're all gonna end up being 5 stars. because some of these, if they're not, I'm going to cry. So yeah, you have to let me know if you've read any of these books and were they 5-star predictions for you. Are any of these on your predictions? Let me know in the comments what your 5-star predictions are. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and until next time, bye!